I think there is a
gone up?
downturn. Interest rates have gone up. They're going to release, I don't know, I think by the time this episode airs, they're going to release the new budget for the country. They're going to see where we're going to spend more. Are they bringing in more taxes? Probably. You know, we're a very highly taxed state in Victoria. Are they adding more? Are they increasing taxes? Who knows?
Hey, I got a really random question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to be able to answer it, but I'm curious. I was thinking about this. I watched a video the other day and it was this girl. You may have seen it. And she goes, I might sound like an idiot here, but let me get this straight.
A wit? Idiot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A wit?
So I was like, what? A witch? At the same time.
Yeah, she goes, I might sound like an idiot here, but let me get this straight. So when I earn money, I pay tax on it.
I did see that video.
Yeah.
And then she goes through all the different taxes.
She's like, so I earn money, I pay tax on it.
It was a good video.
If I buy a product, I pay tax on it.
Yeah.
If I buy a house, I pay tax on the purchase, and then I pay tax on how much the house grows.
Yeah.
If I invest, I get charged capital gains. If I have to buy a product, I got to pay tax on it. If someone pays me money, I have to pay GST on it.
Yeah.
Like
if you put money in your super, you get taxed on it. If you die and then transfer your super to someone else, to your next of kin, they pay tax on it. And it's like everywhere across the board, in every transaction you're making, you're actually getting taxed. And she's like, you're not, they've just disguised it in such a way that make you think, oh, I'm only earning, or I'm getting taxed, whatever 30%, 30%,
but it's
40%,
like,
but it ends up being like 60% once you take into consideration.
Yeah, it's like they're clipping the ticket
taxes,
on every single transaction. So it's like, if it goes back and forth, that money's worth nothing anymore.
And this is why it's caught up to Australia, is what I can see.
Yeah.
It's caught up to the government. That's why we got fucked inflation. That's why all of these things, why everyone's probably finding it difficult, because they just can't get ahead anymore. They can't make $1 anymore and go, well, I can comfortably go on this holiday. I can comfortably go buy this new car or this bag or whatever the fuck they want to do with their lives. It's like everywhere across the board is getting taxed because they mismanage our money so poorly that we're in so much debt. They've got no way of paying it back. The guys in Parliament are either corrupt or just fucking idiots and don't know what they're doing.
Hands down guaranteed corruption.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. There's so much corruption across the board that they're in too deep now. They've just got to keep lying their way through it. And there's no way for us to get out of, or for their solution to get out of it is introduce a new tax or increase the tax or whatever the fuck it's going to be.
Yeah, but then all you do is you move people away who are doing well.
Yeah, and you are 100%
Yeah, and they say, hey, I'm now making millions and I'm going to take all my money and all the money my company turns over and I'm going to move it to another country because fuck you. Because you're taking way too much of it. Dude, even like UFC, UFC when they come down, they're like, when we come and do an event and think, we have to give up half our fucking purse. And it's like, dude, like,
why come to Australia?
For them, why come to Australia? They're like,
this
why
is
would
the
I
other
come?
thing. This is, okay, what a great point. You think about all the events, all the international events. These people, they're billion-dollar companies. They're not fucking idiots, all right? They're going to look at it and go, well, you know what? The Grand Prix, which generates millions of fucking dollars for your state, Victoria, we're going to pull that off the card. We're not going to go to South Australia. We're not going to go to Perth or Sydney or anywhere like that. We're actually going to go to wherever.
Yeah, Singapore,
China.
Dubai,
Is there one in China? Whatever. We're going to go to another country where we don't have to give up half our purse because you're going to tax us to the hilt. Australian Open, we're going to do the same thing there. All of these multi-international companies and events and all that sort of stuff, they're going to take that out. Then who loses out of that more than anyone? It's Australia, because that would have generated great revenue for the country, right? But they've just gotten too greedy now. They've just gotten to a point where it's pointless doing that. Even think about developers coming into this country to build. Did you know, I don't know what this stat is at the moment, but a few years ago, Melbourne was the third most expensive city in the world to build in. I think New York was number one. I don't know who was number two. But the most expensive city in the world to build in, one of. And that's a phenomenal statistic. Right.
Good.
So then, no, as in it's a bad thing. I can't believe that that's how expensive it is in this country to be building. And you look at that and go, okay, I'm a billionaire Asian developer, and I want to build a tower. I want to come into a country and I want to build a 50-story residential tower. I come into Melbourne, I look at it, I do my feasibility, I buy the land, I pay that tax, so then I'm going to put it up. It's going to take me, 15 years because I'm going to have issues with unions, I'm going to have issues with supply, I'm going to have this, however long it's going to take me to get this thing off the ground. I've got red tape here, I've got government that don't like the style of the building and it's going to be too much overshadowing and all this sort of shit that you deal with. Or I can go to Singapore or I can go to Dubai and build it for half the cost and have no red tape and be done in 12 months. So what am I going to do? As a billionaire corporate or as a multi-billion-dollar corporation, as an individual, I'm not going to come and bring my money here. I'm going to take it somewhere else. I go, that's just bad business. Why? Because I want to have the stamp and say, I build in Australia. Fuck Australia. That's what people would think.
100%.
Why are we going to go down that path and do that? The UFC, like another great example. We probably would have significantly more fights here, generating heaps of money for the country and for that state that they're in. But we don't. For why? Probably that exact reason. That exact reason. We're going to stay home. We're going to do it at the event. We still sell our pay-per-views. We still get everything we want to do. Why are we going to go out and make less money? Just dumb business. And look at manufacturing in this country. Why don't we manufacture anything anymore?
It's too expensive.
It's too expensive.
Yeah.
The car makers, Holden and Ford and Toyota and all these guys that were building here for 50 years turned around and said, why am I going to sit here and have to pay ridiculous labor rates? Then you work 5 minutes over, I've got to pay you double time. Then you get RDOs every second week. You get all the public holidays, plus you get this leave, plus you get that leave, and you get sick leave, and you get paternity leave, and you get all these things. And the cost of us building a car is not much fat left in it when we sell it. I have to sell this car. I have to sell a Holden for $100,000 to make money. And you go, hang on, let me take this to Malaysia. And then I go there and I open up a factory. I take my business into another country and I can now build Holdens for $15,000 and sell them for $30,000. What a life. Let's do that. And there you go.
It's the truth, man. It's the truth.
So
I'll tell you what Australia does well, though. And so this will be very comforting for those of you that might be very sucked into the news. It looks after the little guy.
But do you think that's also detrimental? I think that's silly.
Yeah,
not to the extent that I think people do need help, and I'm happy to help them, but they're not the ones generating wealth for the country. Are you a capitalist?
Me?
Yeah. Would you consider yourself a capitalist? Like, would you support that? I support big business. I would be happy for a big corporation to be coming in here that makes fuckloads of money, but employs thousands of people.
What's a define a capitalist?
Well, let's just say that. Like someone that believes in the big business and not giving the little guy, like it's not about the little guy, it's about the machine. All right. Yes, this company needs to make a lot of money. Yes, we're going to employ people. Yes, we want these targets met. This is what has to happen. But along the way, you're supporting so many people. Like the government should be encouraging businesses like that to come to the country. They should be encouraging corporations, events, all these things to be coming into this country to bring the crowd, to bring people from overseas to come here. Like, okay, you go and travel. Australia is an amazing place. You've gone around Australia, there's some amazing places. If I fly to Hamilton Island now from Melbourne to have a holiday there, it's going to cost me just as much money to go there as what it would to go to Singapore or to go to Bali and live in and stay in luxury places in Bali. Why am I going to now spend all this money to go and see my own country when I could go overseas for the same amount of money and have an amazing experience there? They're not encouraging us to actually go see our own country. It's very sad.
So for the people that are bogged down in the mud,
yeah,
because I feel like it has eased off a little bit, or at least with the people I'm talking to. But there was a point in time where there was genuine concern around, fuel prices, shortages. Dude, I know people that went and spent, $1,500 at Costco because they were like, bro, we're gonna run out of food. It's like, bro, they're not gonna let us starve. Like, come on, man. Like, that's what you're worried about. You might as well go buy toilet paper.
Yeah, you may as well.
You're doing the same thing.
Same shit.
Now imagine this, and then imagine we starved, and I said there.
This episode won't age well then.
This episode, yeah. Or it'll go viral and then I'll think they're a superstar and then I'll make all this money and stuff.
Yeah, or you'll feed everyone.
Yeah, and then I'll feed everyone. But yeah, no, I think Australia's definitely got this thing of like support the little. It's like it lines up with the whole tall poppy thing.
Yeah, and underdog story as well. They want to see the underdog win as well.
You hate the underdog, huh?
I don't hate the underdog at all. No, I don't. I love an underdog. Like it's great. It's great when when the favorite in the grand final doesn't win. That's cool. I don't mind that. But it's like when Djokovic, he'll come down and he'll play. He was in the last final in the tennis. I was going for him. And I was like, nah, he's won 15. Yes, he's the best fucking player of a generation. We're never going to see anyone like that. I want him to win every single title he possibly can for as long as he can. That's greatness. I want to see a champion always win. I don't want the underdog to beat him. I want the champion to win every time. AFL grand finals. Yes, I want the best team to win. Unless Hawthorn is in the grand final and not the best team, then I'll want them to win. But like, I think the people that have worked the hardest deserve the biggest payoff. I think the people that have put everything on the line to make things happen, they're the ones that deserve it. Like, good on you. I celebrate when people win. I love seeing winners. I love seeing in business, in life, in sports, in entertainment. I love seeing winners win. It brings me happiness.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's an abundance mindset as well. Seeing that, attracting that, wanting to be that. Like, I want to win as well. I get pumped when I win.
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and thanks for watching.